that came up for the year. For those of you that don't know, Ifa New Year always begins in June, according to Isheshe Nigerian spirituality. And so an Odu was pulled. An Odu is energy. If you don't know what Odu is, I'll leave a definition at the bottom of this video. And the sign that came out for this year is Idi Ofun, and it came with a warning. It didn't come any ray. It came with an imbalance and a warning of unexpected, untimely death for those that don't heed the warnings and make the sacrifices. Now, I'm going to leave a full description of what came out in the description box. You can read for yourself so that you don't take it as my words. But this is going to be my spiritual take and further interpretation on what came out for that particular sign, Idi Ofun.
Do you struggle to drink?
So this particular year, there's going to be a big focus on healing family dynamics and healing family issues. And the biggest thing that can cause untimely circumstances and unfortunate endings and circumstances for people that could have had longevity is doing things the wrong way or doing things at the wrong time or with the wrong people. But kind of further expounding on that, perverse actions, things that are done wrong, things that are done in an unnatural way. There's going to be an energetic cleansing. Mother Earth is cleansing and she's healing the earth and she's taking out that does not align with her divine energy. So moving forward, I'll go from my notes and I'll work from there to further expound. Once again, there will be a big focus on change in family dynamics this year and healing issues that stem from the mother and father. Also sibling rivalries and things such as that. Now keep in mind, every year is a year an invitation to change this, but there's going to be a big focus on it to where it's put in our face to where we can't even deny it, that these are going to be the issues. And also if you look numerologically, this is a number 6 year universally, which is which talks about family, a year of family and family dynamics. So this goes in conjunction with what is coming out. Also, once again, perverse actions. Number 2, for perverse actions and doing things the wrong way is going to cause sickness for many. This does not necessarily have to be physical sickness, which of Ofun, the Odu Ofun speaks of gastrointestinal issues and things such as that. Also with ED, we have to be careful with STDs and all types of infectious diseases and things such as that. So not just those physical ailments, but also emotional ailments, mental unwellness, emotional unwellness, mental health challenges and things such as that. So once again, perverse actions and doing things the wrong way or unnatural way, incorrect way, out of alignment with nature, because Ifa is nature, out of alignment with that is going to cause sickness for many. Spiritual hygiene is going to be very, very important every year, but especially this year in order to avert untimely death more than anything else, besides just doing your ebos and ebo is sacrifice. I'll put, if you don't understand these terminologies I'm saying, then I will put it in the description box. You'll know what I'm saying. But this goes beyond just doing the ebos and meeting what sacrifices are necessary, but there's going to also have to be some character modification and habits that we have to overcome and in order to realign with what is natural and what is correct with the will of the universe at this particular time. Next up, arguments and resentments due to family conflict because you felt like you had to fend for yourself. So a lot of arguments and sibling rivalry and odds with your family is going to do with bitterness because you felt like you had to fend for yourself in many ways. And this isn't going to be for everybody, but a lot of the big arguments and dangers and fights and domestic issues to where the police can call are going to be due to this bitterness at the root for a lot of people, feeling like they had to do things on their own. I had to take care of myself. When I was 16, I had to provide for myself. All those type of conversations could come up this year, and it needs to resurface in order to heal. I always say when there's a lot of toxic energy that we have at our core, there's a need to vomit it up. When we don't feel good and we've digested something in our stomach that's not good for us. Remember, Ofun is the stomach area, gastrointestinal. So spiritually, when we have eaten something that is not right and not in alignment with our body and ourself, what do? We get nauseous and we throw up. So things that disgust you, things that make you feel not at ease, dis-ease, then you're going to end up purging those things this year. It's going to be inevitable, even if you're trying to hold it in. But if you're holding it in, you want to be careful because it can come out in an unhealthy way due to an anger outburst or someone triggering you for it to come up. So make sure that you're trying to do the inner work so that it comes up in a healthy way, doing the self-work, getting some time alone to figure out those things that bother you and disgust you that happened in the past, and expressing and releasing that energy this year is going to be very, very important in order to avoid emotional sickness, spiritual sickness, mental sickness, and literal sickness. Keeping those things in mind. Also, there is a strong need every year, of course, but this year there's a strong need to guard against incest, sexual molestation, and abuse in the home, parental abuse, family abuse, uncle abuse, aunt abuse, whoever it is, babysitter abuse. There's a strong need to guard your children and the things you value so that they are not abused. Next up, the feminine principle must be respected even more so this year, especially with that ED, which carries feminine primordial power, the Iyami Aj energy. So feminine principle must be respected. Those that enable or abuse women and children will suffer the curses and karma of the abusers for not standing up for what's right. So if you are perpetrating the abuse, if you are being a violator, or if you're keeping silent and you are enabling a violator, you will take that karma on this particular year more than anything else. And we kind of saw that a little this year, a sneak peek at that at the demise of people such as Kevin Samuels and things such as that. It's not that he didn't have any truths, but the way he expressed those truths in order to hurt or offend certain people or to cause controversy, that is not going to be as tolerated, and there will be more swift action against those particular things this year. The great mother, once again, is cleansing a lot of this, and I hate to use this overused word, toxic or toxicity. She's cleansing that toxicity quicker. She's not waiting 10 years or waiting till somebody get old and in the nurse home. She's taking it out fast. So aligning with what is in divine order is going to be very important for males and females alike, women and men. Next up, swift retribution for unjust acts. I just kind of said that. Guard, also there's going to be a need to guard against business problems. Like if you have any business endeavors, I highly suggest, even if you don't practice Ifa, is to consult Ifa and see what you need so that that business will not have failures or disappointments or losses this year with Idi Ofun, which warns of that. Also, this is not the year to procrastinate. If there's something that you need to do or you have on your to-do list and you haven't done it, it's time to do it. Haste makes waste. Be careful of missed opportunities for taking too long to get something done and finish something that you were supposed to do. Also, missed opportunities and endings with good people. You could have had opportunities on the table that were presented and you missed due to either being ungrateful or unfulfilled, or you squander the opportunity. Those opportunities are going to end this year, and a lot of people are going to be in regret if they do not take care of the opportunities that they have and take care of the people that want to take care of them and not chasing a dream and running off elsewhere. Next up, this is not the year to waste time and procrastinate. Once again, it'll cause lots of L's. So that'll be a big theme for this year. Also, marital problems, temptations, infidelities, and a lot of people cheating with the same sex will be a big thing this year. Now, no one's judging anything, but a lot of down low activities or people going across the fence, a lot of that will probably happen this year. So you'll hear like a bunch of affairs happen, but a lot of people going towards the same sex, which can also cause a grave danger for the other person in the relationship who finds out. So in OD, the sign ED or OD, in adultery, there is danger. So keeping that particular thing in mind, please be careful. This is not the time to be sneaky, because also this year talks about deception brings treachery, not to the person, but to the perpetrator. So if you're the one that's doing the treacherous acts, it's going to come back to hurt you and bite you more than the person you did it against. Also, there's a need to guard against theft in the home, like a visitor or a family member or someone stealing something from your home. Also, break-ins. A lot of danger this year comes from leaving unlocked doors, unlocked cars, unlock windows and things such as that. So make sure you secure what belongs to you, secure your passwords, update your passwords on your computer. There's a need to guard what is yours.
The best, nobody's, my humble opinion, is using this right.
Let's see, lots of anxiety and insomnia for some people. That's how some of that sickness will manifest, not being able to get a good night's sleep. of ancestors, soul group members chasing in their dreams. They say that this year the egg bell room soul group is hungry to take a lot of people this year. So be very, very careful with that particular energy. Don't dibble and dabble. Be careful what you say. Certain people saying they wish they were never born, all this type of stuff. Be very, very careful with this energy if you are not serious about leaving this world. If you want to stay here and complete your karma and this lifetime, then be careful what you say, because Egg Bay is listening. In ED, the hole is open. When they talk about the hole means the grave. So once again, one must guard against untimely demise. And this is the message globally for the world, according to Ifa. A lot of people will be wanting to relocate this year. And if you are around negative people or negative energies, this is a good year to relocate and get away from that. Next up, ingrates will lose. Once again, ingrates will lose and ruin good opportunities. I repeat, ingrates and squanderers will lose good opportunities if they do not take care of what they have and appreciate what they already have in front of them. This is not a good year to be greedy and think the grass is greener on the other side. So try to have clarity and see clearly what you have in front of you. Next up, it's not a good year to leave an elay. Like if you belong to an Orisha house or an Orisha group, it's not a good year to, you can leave that elay if it's negative energy, but to leave and go to another elay, it's not a good year to do that, because Ifa is saying that the new house that you go to or the new Orisha people that you associate with, they may not even mean to do it, but they can misguide you in some sort of way, and that won't end up working out either. So if you're going to leave an elay, just kind of go solo for a while, or just kind of keep to yourself. But this is not a good year to jump houses, like jump from this house to that house, is what Ifa is saying. Once again, treachery and lies are close this year. Not across the street, but close. So guarding against that. There's also a strong need to help and assist the elderly. Next up, your mother's blessing is key. Even if you consider her to be not the most healthy or she's toxic, either way, the mother's blessing is key this year, because that's that Iyami energy. Even if she's wrong and has made mistakes, her blessing will be very important for all of us. Next up, family situations may not change. Anything that's a toxic dynamic in the family, it may not change this year, but it's still a time. And also recognizing that you have to change ourselves and not try to change the other people, because if we do that, it's going to bring a lot of heartbreak and disappointment. So you may not get the response you want if you're trying to improve the family dynamic with someone else. The key is to improve it within yourself. If it's a person that has a bad habit or they have a bad character or a bad way, don't worry about trying to change them or convince them. It's a matter of healing from the inside and healing how you look at that person if they don't change, because ED also talks about stability and things staying as they are. So if something is not going great right now, you feel like maybe you have a family member that talks too much, or they're neglectful, or they act like they don't care, that may not change this year, but changing how you look at that is going to be very, very important in order to heal spiritual unrest in your heart and your soul. Next up, deceivers will get caught in their own deception and get caught literally this year. There could be some exposure to that, and it could lead that person to feeling imprisoned or trapped. Also, Ifa prescribes to avoid getting wet in the rain with that Ofun energy in there. Beware of mind control. Once again, lock all doors and windows. If you're going to paint your home this year, painting the home white or off-white color will be the best colors. Let's see. A lot of people will have increased psychic abilities. This is a year to hone in on your psychic abilities from June to next June. And lots of world shifts and changes. And do not hit or slap your children in anger. Parents must remember the difference between discipline and abuse. And woe unto those that hit or harm innocent women and children. The repercussions will be swift. Next up, a lot of us, and I have a little quick reel about this, need to not manifest getting in a romantic relationship or improving a romantic relationship or marriage that we're in, but manifest getting single due to past abuse, trauma, and things that have happened in the family dynamic. And even if you weren't the one who wasn't abused, or you had a good healthy parent, a good mother, good father, you could be carrying some epigenetic ancestral energy. And if you're having problems finding that right person for you, and it's meant for you to find a mate in this lifetime, you may want to heal that energy. I talked about that in a reel, and I'll do that as a separate video from this. So a lot of people need to manifest getting single more than anything else, and time alone, because trying to hurry up and marry somebody or get into a relationship could cause whoever you're interested in ending up betraying you this particular year or disappointing you gravely to where it be ruined and ended. Ofun speaks about ruined and something being ruined and bitterness. So keeping those things in mind, just warnings, not saying something isn't going to work out. Once again, consult with Ifa, make your ebos and prescriptions, and you'll be fine. You can overcome these. These are just warnings. I'm not trying to doom and gloom everybody. The Ifa letter doesn't always come out this solemn and grave, but it was so solemn this year. I was like, let me talk about this a little bit just to share these warnings with my audience and those that watch me. And let me see what else is on here. Once again, keep a vigilant eye on your children. Do not trust strangers. Be careful who you allow to babysit them and be their nanny, etc., etc. There will be victory over enemies this year if certain warnings are heeded. Excuse me. Let's see. There's a need to be generous and feed people. Be hospitable. Don't be stingy this year. And there's a need to appease the ancestors of your mother and father. Once again, do not mistreat aging parents. So in order to get the prescriptions and the solutions to this, if you're in my Patreon group, I have a private video coming for you all, and I'll do a quick list and rundown of the things that are prescribed that you can do. You find an Ifa priest to do for you. A lot of this is Ifa work. So I'll leave you a referral and all that good stuff if you're in Patreon. So stay tuned.
Hi. The reason why I put this up because those who follow the the Ifa or the African spirituality, I think it applies to most people, really, because like I said, I did say Mother Earth is going into one, right? I said that, right? And it's so strange because one of my subbies was sending me information as well, and I kind of skimmed over the thing a little bit, and she sent me this video today, so I thought I'd put it out. Funny enough, I am gonna paint my house white, which is interesting. Um, I am trying to give my ancestral parentage a bit more time as well. I'm seeing to that. I am part of a Ifa house, but I ain't changing. No, I'm not changing my spiritual godfather for nobody because he's kind of cool anyway. But it just shows you that how the earth that like like this one was really gloomy this year because it's sometimes um they're really quite light. Most of them is just really light ones. So this one was a really, really quite a gloomy one. I mean, and I am very protective over my littlest one as well. I don't even want to let her out my sight half the time. I don't want to take her out. So I feel this confirms to me all what I've been feeling for the past week, month, year, I don't know, of this year. And even if it doesn't apply to you, it's fine. No one's converting anybody. It's just for the ones who's in the I call it a practice. I call it a practice, really. I don't call it worship. I call it a practice because it is a life given thing. It is you sealing a deal with the ancestor, basically, and you're also taking it to other levels. So this lady here, she is very knowledgeable lady. I mean, I've watched her before, and my my subby my subby as well is very, very, very aligned with certain stuff. So I know I have to put this out. Um, you can take it as you want it. You can leave it, whatever. I'm not forcing nothing on you. This is not to force nothing on you. This is just for those who understand and get what's going on because there is a lot going on, like politically. I would say rumors of wars, everything is going on, and there is and I do believe there's going to be changes, hefty changes done. Um, So I'm not going to stay on here long. I just thought I'd put this on here for my audience, for those who understands and get certain stuff, because I've said certain stuff on here and I remember reading the comments on certain stuff. So I know you guys are out there and you follow the certain stuff. So I'm not going to say it's not a conversion, so don't get it twisted. You can just read into it however you want to read into it. If it applies to you, that's fine. If it don't apply, let it fly. That's fine. So I know what I got to do at the end of the day, and I'm listening to her, and yeah, I just thought I'd give it to you like this. So with that said, I'm gonna come off. Have a good day. Thank you for passing through, Blue. Even though this is not your thing, but thank you for passing through. Have a good day, a good afternoon till the next live. And I will actually do a live, just waiting for something, because I need to do a couple bills as well with a couple people. Well, I think one person possibly, and hopefully God Body would have put up his info, because I need to actually get one of his stuff, because he is a very knowledgeable person. So with that said, I'm gonna come off. I'll see you. Have a good day. Take care. Bye. I'm just reposting this, by the way. I'm reposting it. Okay. I'm not taking her video and putting it anyhow. I'm reposting her video. So with that said, I'll see you later. Bye.